All right, folks, we're back. This is going to be, oh, what the hell should I call this? Norden Manufacturing. Used to be Kuhns Equipment Showcase. So, as you know, we've had this AF10 accumulator now for 3 years now, and we always said, you know what, we need something else to go with it. We had the accumulators and the 2 grapples. Don't mind the noise, the neighbor guy mowing his grass, but now we got some new pieces right here. We have the Norden SQ90 squeeze. This will be for, we've already demoed it before. This just got dropped off here an hour ago. We could pick up 6 bundles of 10 with this telehandler. So for us, that eliminates our time down. We can unload a trailer of 240 bales, and we timed it. It was 14 minutes. So this is definitely going to help us out big time. But to have this, we also needed this KN 510F tie grabber. Yes, we do have 2 regular grabbers, but this one has to go in conjunction with the squeeze out there. So this still grabs the same way, except it has a knotter down on that corner, and this arm swings around when you start a pack. The reason for that is so that there's twine that runs across the back of this bracket. Actually, it runs right along here, and that is for when you have your bales up against here. Now you got string on this side. Then once this arm will be out when you go to hit the pack, so you'd squeeze that in. Excuse me. The clamps will come, or the teeth will come down into the bales. Then you activate that arm, and that arm will now swing around and tie over on that corner, which gives you a string all the way around the entire pack of 10. You need that in order to run the squeeze. The reason being is if you're going to run a stack like we are 6 high, you squeeze the bottom ones, the top ones are just kind of sitting there, and if you do any kind of swaying side to side with this thing, because I'm sure not all people have flat fields, you could have bales fall apart. Reason to have this. So you need this in order to have that. But I just wanted to showcase what we have. We still have our old 510F tag or regular grabbers out back. We have 2 of them. We're going to hang on to them for a little just to make sure all this stuff works. Once this all works, then we will end up getting rid of those and keeping this. So the daughter-in-law will be running this out in the field to put on trailers. The boy will be running that to take it off the trailers and put in the barn. And I will be bailing, or whoever. But we've waited a while to get these. They finally showed up today. So I want to thank Norden for getting them here. We are going to cut. Today is Thursday, May 18th, I think. Oh my God, let me look. I don't remember. Yes, today's the 18th. We will be cutting Sunday. So we'll get some video of these working. I've got to wire this in yet. When you order these, you have to let them know if you have a 7-pin or a 14 pin connector. So it has to do, this box will light up, let you know this the system's working, and this light here will flash, and I guess from what I'm reading it'll turn red when it's activated. To activate it, they send you this fancy doohickey. So basically you would zip tie this to one of your arms inside the skid steer there. But once you've activated this, I guess this button has to be held the whole time to make, because this arm actually will be on the other side when you start a pack. So you'll hold this button down the entire process. So the arm will come around, I'm still holding the button, and then this piece here on top will spin, and once it stops spinning, that lets you know it's tied. Then you let go of the button, drop the pack out, excuse me, and then once you've set the pack down, hold the button again, and that now cycles the arm to go back into the start position, then let go, and you can run about your business. So yeah, I figured give you guys a peek of this while it all looks brand new. And yeah, it looks like maybe Thursday or Friday from next week we will be putting these things into operation. So let me show you the squeeze a little closer. There is 2 spikes here. These red spikes, they are for on there when you have the, because I have a 10 bale flat, so I have 2 bales that go, let's say, left to right, and the other 8 go north and south. So that is to kind of help hold them in position. I mean, when we demoed this before, it did just fine, but they must decide that this is gonna hold up just extra security on them 2 bales. But this thing's pretty massive. I mean, these squeeze arms, I'm gonna say 8 or 9 inches high. She's got to be 2.5 inches wide. So yeah, and I believe they're, you know what, instead of me just telling you a story, let's get a tape measure and we'll take a look. If I could find one. There's one. Let me get over here. Handy dandy Stanley. So, while I'm here, on these, we're going to try it. If we can't keep the packs tight enough, there's a trick to that. And that is, on this inside of this plate, if you take this hole down here, there's a hole at the other end, and bolt a 2x4 in there, that's just enough to squeeze the bales a little tighter, so that when you let loose, they don't pull apart. Because that string is on there, but it's not cinched tight, because it's just going around and into a knotter. But if you could squeeze them bales in that 2 inches and pull out from it, then it seems to keep them a little tighter, the bundle. So let's take a look at these arms. So, holy cow, at this end, they're 2 3/4 inches. And then of course it narrows down here to an inch and an 1/8. Let's see how long these are. Shoot. When the heck would I measure? Let's do it from here. So just where the bales are gonna grab, it's like 88 inches. so it's plenty long for that AF10 up there to hold the bales. Now this thing spreads wide. I mean, right now she's only, let me look. So this is all the way in. Now see, it differs. And I'll tell you why here in a second. This end, oh crap, these tape measures. This end, as you can see, is about 60, let's call it 66 inches. And this end is 62 inches. The reason for that is, we'll look down the side, I'll set you straight. And as you can see, bars turn in just, well, from one end to the other. Tape measure shows 6 inches. The reason for that is you're such a long distance, that's gotta be like that so that you can hold the bundle together. This end, if it was straight, over time that thing would just start kicking out. So let me fire this up, and I'm just gonna set you guys here for a second till I can get this open. Oh, you know what? You're gonna fall there. Okay, let's put you right there. You can watch the one arm open. Oh yeah. Oh, let me get you off here. There we go. So now she's opened up all the way. As the maximum width she will go. So let's remeasure. It's like Jeopardy. On the back end, 103 wide. And on the front, now I'm just gonna hook it right now, 98 inches wide. So yes, that thing opens up enormously. So yeah, we've been waiting a while to get these. I guess they're in high demand, but now that we got them just in the nick of time, we're going to be using them here in a week, and we'll get you guys some videos of it. We'll run it for a day or two, and like I said, then we'll let you know our thoughts on these. Hopefully they're good. I mean, we did demo this stuff, so it's not like we're just trying them out. We just bought them just to have them. Oh, we bought them to use them. So we know they worked when we had them for the day, but it's like anything else. Once you use it for a while, then you really get the feel if you're gonna like it or hate it. Me, my mind's already made up. I know it's gonna work. I know I'm gonna like it. It's gonna definitely speed the process up. Because for us, it wasn't loading the trailers, it was the unloading that was the bottleneck. And that's the reason for this stuff. The bottleneck being when we unload the trailers, you're only taking 10 bales at a time off. Well, we put 250 bale or 240 bale on a trailer. So in and out of the building, hooking them, it was just like, oh my God, it was taking us an hour to unload 240 bale with a grapple, taking 10 at a time. Now with this setup, we'll eliminate that time to 14 minutes. So let's say 15 minutes. We're saving 45 minutes per trailer load. And when we're on our 30-acre field if you're bringing back 3,000 bales, that's a lot of time, because we still have a half-hour travel time to the field and a half-hour coming back. So by the time he's done unloading now and gets back there, Allie should have the next trailer loaded, and it should be a non-stop situation instead of us sitting and waiting on the boy to get back with an empty trailer. So yeah, I figured I'd get you guys in here, see what we got today. These were the 2 new attachments I was talking about. They are finally at their resting place. So yeah, we're gonna get a lot more videos of these things coming up, and let you guys see how they all work out. So till then, we'll see you guys.